Hi everyone, Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech. And today Apple released iOS 26 Beta 7. This is expected since we are on a weekly release from Apple. And this update doesn't bring many new features, but I am going to talk about what's new. It was also released alongside iPadOS 26 Beta 7, macOS 26 Beta 7, and all of the other updates in a Beta 7 release as well. Now, I am not running the 7th beta. I am on iOS 18.6.1, but I'm going to talk about what's new in iOS 26 Beta 7. And if you have an Apple Watch, this is a new feature for you in the Health app. You will now get the blood oxygen sensor if you're on watchOS 26 Beta 7 and also iOS 26 Beta 7, whereas prior it wasn't showing up. So if you have it in the Watch app, you can go into the Health app and you will be able to get that update. There's also a really great change on the iPad. Apple is really making the iPad much more like the Mac. Apart from the windowing system, we now have the ability to place almost like 30 apps in the dock. You can place a lot of apps in the app dock in iPadOS 26. I will be trying this out as soon as I update because I want to see how many apps we can place in the dock until we hit a limit. So comment down below if you want to see me try that. I will be trying that out in iPadOS 26 as soon as I update. Now, since there aren't that many new features in iOS 26 Beta 7, I'm just going to cover some of the features that were in Beta 6 as sort of like a recap. We did get 7 new ringtones rather. We have the ringtones that consist of, if I take a close look at some of them here, we have Buoyant, Dreamer, Pond, Pop, Reflected, and Surge. And we also have Little Bird, which is the 7th ringtone. They didn't really tweak around Liquid Glass in this particular update, so we didn't get that many new features except the blood oxygen sensor in iOS 26 Beta 7. Now, while Beta 7 and Beta 8, these two particular betas, might be more stable, I'm actually thinking about installing Beta 8. I might consider it on the iPad when it comes out next week, as it should be pretty stable. But then again, it is still a beta. So now that we have Beta 7 out of the way, the next thing we can expect, I would expect on August 25th. And that's two things I would expect from Apple. One of them being invites to the iPhone 17 event. That's one potential thing we could see. Also, iOS 26 Beta 8, the final beta. And the reason why I say it's the final beta is because the week of September 1st, we're not going to see anything from Apple. Not till September 8th, when we get the Apple event, which is rumored for September 8th or September 9th. And also, I would expect iOS 26 RC on that day, whenever the event will take place. Pre-orders for the iPhone 17 on September 12th, with a final release on September 19th. With iOS 26 public releasing on the 15th of September. So we have a lot to expect from Apple, and I will keep you guys up to date on my TikTok as well as podcasts I may change up some of the dates of my podcasts. I may do my podcasts on Sundays only. That will depend on if we get updates from Apple. But since beta 7 are relatively, these next two updates are going to be relatively small. After the month of August, when we get into September, on September 5th, I will not have a podcast out. However, on September 7th, which is going to be on a Sunday, you can expect me to have a podcast out. And that is going to be for the the day before the Apple event. We're going to have a lot to talk about that day. But on September or August 23rd and August 30th, I am going to have, well, really on August 22nd, as well as August 24th, I will have a podcast out. I may talk a little bit about the iPhone 17 and updates from Apple and different things like that. And you can find my podcast on Spotify. Even if you don't have the Spotify app, it will direct you, the link in the description of my YouTube channel will direct you to
Hi, everyone.
the Spotify website. If you don't have the app available, it will direct you to the website. And this is my newest podcast, which is called iPhone 17 Lineup Announcement Dates. And also iOS 26 Beta 7, which is the update that we got. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.